with Web3 automation. So in this training, I'm going to be walking you through on how to build sustainable wealth using Degxifi in correlation with liquidity provision. So firstly, before I kick off, I just want you guys to know that Degxifi is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And if you are looking for somewhere to invest to get rich quick, you could find some other place, because Degxifi is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, so most of us are going to be thinking, if Degxifi is not a get-rich-quick scheme, what exactly is Degxifi? Now, let me explain what Degxifi really is. Degxifi is an AI automated system that enables you to provide liquidity on automation. So when we come into the Web3, when we come into Web3 or blockchain or the crypto markets, there's what we call liquidity provision. And this liquidity provision deals with providing financial assets to the markets. So traders can come and buy and sell, and what you earn is fees only. You are not trading with these guys. All right. So liquidity there, simply means money. It's just like going to the bank to deposit your money, and then when the bank actually uses your money for loan and stuff, when you want to get your interest, you get your interest. Or maybe the bank can get the interest because they've actually used your money to provide liquidity for other people, and then those people will pay the bank interest. So basically, a liquidity provider is one that provides money to the financial markets, that is to cryptocurrencies, that is to tokens. They provide liquidity so that traders come and buy and sell. I don't know if you understand. They come do that buying and selling, and you earn in gas fees. All right. Yes, what we are gonna do a practical session here, because I'm gonna walk you through on the autonomy bots. Not to waste much of our time, I'm gonna be sharing my screen here so you see exactly what I'm talking about using Degxifi. You understand that Degxifi is an automated AI system that helps in providing liquidity. All right. So this is my screen. If you can see my screen, could you please share the love, spin the love emoji? Could you please spin the love emoji? All right. Okay. All right. So you can see I've made the total P&L for today. I've made using Degxifi. You can see today is 425. That is today. And this week I've made up to 726. This is the automation we are talking about. So I've been providing liquidity for traders. I've been providing liquidity into the crypto markets so that they can come do their buying and selling and earn in fees. So now I'm using Degxifi as an AI system, an AI automated system, to help me provide this liquidity. Because like I said, just for the newbies, because I keep saying this, that if you merge AI and automation together, you are going to get massive results. Massive results. And this is exactly what we integrated into Degxifi. Our aim is to make massive results. And if you are not making massive results using Degxifi, then you are not using Degxifi very well. So I'm going to be showing you how to use the autonomy bots. You can see, let me just open my positions here. You see that I've made a lot using the autonomy bots. Okay, let's go to the bot section here. You can see the realize I've actually made is 951 using the autonomy bots. Every single day I provide liquidity for these traders. I'm not scared of the markets. In as much as the market is bearish, I'm not scared, because I'm making my fees, and that is the only thing I am making. All right. So I'm gonna uncover a lot of things today. So I just need you to stay, because I'm gonna say this at the last part of the session. Because most of you guys experience a lot of issues when it comes to some tokens that actually go down in value. Most times when you provide liquidity, your tokens, your position actually go down in value. Now, because we have done our research, we integrated this feature into Degxifi, that no matter how bad your position gets, your position can still come alive. And that is good news. If you are so excited for this news, please pin the love emoji. That is a very good news. I'm going to try to uncover at the end of this session. Your position will be going so down, but if you apply the rules properly, your position will spin back up in minutes, despite it being bearish. All right, I just stay to the end of this session, and you will see this this training, this secret that I'm going to show you on how to make your position come alive in seconds. All right, so I'm in the autonomy bots here, and now you can see we have the autonomy bots and we have the copy LP in here. Just for those of you that don't know where the copy LP is, it's at the bot section. And once you switch, you click on the copy LP in here, and then you'll be able to use the copy LP. Like I said, like Boss said, the copy LP is now available for DPro 1, DPro 2, but only the recommended wallet is available. Now, there are so many other wallets, so many other wallets that are available for those in DPro 3 and above. So if you want to gain access to a lot of wallets, there are a lot of wallets that are making massive profits, a lot of them that are making massive profit. So if you want to gain access to these, you have to go up in upgrade. All right. So I'm gonna just walk you through on how to properly set up the autonomy bots, because we added some features, and then we the logic gates and everything has been adjusted just to fit into the market. You can see, if you check on desk screener, you see that the market is actually bleeding. So we actually made some adjustments. So providing liquidity using the autonomy bots is extremely easy. Now, you don't have to worry about the hassle of converting your funds into USDC or maybe the base token. You know, once you provide liquidity, you're actually providing liquidity into a pair, and that is two tokens, the stable and the volatile. I don't know if you understand. That is the base X and the base Y, right? So now, the hassle of providing this liquidity manually is difficult. It is very difficult, and you don't want to get yourself into providing liquidity manually, because you're going to have to swap your tokens into the volatile pair and maybe the stable pair. And also, you're going to have to make sure that you check the market, you check the pair to know where, how, and when to provide this liquidity. These are the three key important things you have to know. I don't know if you understand, but if you are using the autonomy bots, if you're using Degxifi bots, it has made it extremely easy. Very easy for every single one. You don't have to have knowledge in blockchain or Web3. What you have to do is just come, set up this, and then you turn this on. Automatically, you're providing liquidity. You don't have to worry about any other thing. You can go back to some other side hustles we are doing and stuff. Just use the autonomy bot and you will not regret for once. You will not regret for once. I've been using the autonomy bots. You know, I've been on this, I've been in the crypto market for quite some time. And you know, I've not actually told my story, but let me just share a little bit of my story. I was actually a programmer, and I was doing well in programming. I know some programming languages. I know Python, I know TypeScript. Now, I realized that when it comes to programming, you have to have like maybe you have to have an access or gain access to contracts for you to be able to make a sustainable wealth or make sustainable living out of programming. So I was looking at these, I was not getting any contracts. I was very worried, I must tell you. I was very worried because there was no way to feed. There was no way to do any. I was just basically waiting for someone to say, yeah, please come build an app for me, come build a website for me and stuff. I was like, I was like, how can I find something that can build me sustainable wealth? I was deeply in search. I must tell you, I was deeply in search. the thing there is, if you commit yourself to research, if you commit yourself to a bunch of researches, you understand that there are stuffs that you can do out there that can build you sustainable wealth. And Degxifi, because a lot of people have not heard about Degxifi. It's when you do your research very well, you understand that Degxifi can build you sustainable wealth. So back to my story. I was searching, so I searched online, and then I bumped into all these surveys, all these make money online. I did Pico workers, um, I did Tico workers, I did like a bunch of stuffs, surveys, tester work, test.io. I did outlier, like I did a lot of stuff just to make sure, that I'm able to find something that will build me sustainable wealth. Until one day I came across this same I came across this same video in the one you must have seen, watch the webinar video. I was like, this webinar video, let me just try it out, because I actually saw the ads.
Please, because of time, can you start
okay.
the practical session, because so that you can be able to meet up with time, please?
All right, okay, no problem, boss. All right, so I'm gonna save my story for next time. All right, so now for the autonomy bots, what we're gonna do here is, firstly, you have to scroll down a little. Just for those that are actually using a mobile device, your screen is not gonna be like this. This part of the menu is gonna be beneath, so you understand exactly how this works. All right, now what we're gonna do here is, once you scroll down, you see the pool class lock. Restrict the bots to a single pool class. Now, we're going to select any. Do you know why we're going to select any? We're going to select any because we want the bot to choose by itself. Like I said, the bot knows where, when, and how to provide this liquidity. I don't know any of those. When I came into the crypto market, when I started providing liquidity using Degxifi, I never knew any of these. All I just did was follow the bots. Anything the bot does for me, I know it's perfect, because the bot has been trained using machine learning. All right. Now we'll select any here and we'll scroll down a little. You're going to see presets here. Now, what you want to do here is, we are not selecting Fortress. We are not selecting Steady. We are not selecting Flow. We are not selecting any of these. What we want to do, we're going to click on Auto here. Now, because we've clicked on any here, we'll click on Auto. Now, we are telling the bot that you make the decision for us. Make the decision for me, because I don't know anything about providing liquidity. So I need you to make this decision for me, because I know you've learned a lot. Now, the bots will actually pick the best strategy, the best presets, and the best shape for you. All right. Now, we'll scroll down. I'm going to show you that this is very, very easy to set. You can see I've just set any here and then set auto. The bot is going to basically select all these things for me. All right. I'll scroll down and let you see bot settings here. Now, the input token is obviously USDC. Now, the amount per position. So, depending on your capital, you can set it from 10% to 30% of your capital. For instance, let's say I have $100. I'm going to set it to like maybe $10 or maybe to $30. Like I said, 10 to 30% of your funds. So I'm going to set mine to 50 here. All right. And now the max current position, I'll set it to the recommended here, 5. All right. Now the daily limit, I'm not going to turn this on. I'm going to leave it as it is off. Now, the reward strategy here is the take profits when it comes to trading. A lot of you guys have come from trading to Degxifi, to providing liquidity. So a lot of you guys know what take profit and stop loss is. So for inside liquidity provision, it's called reward targets and capital guard. All right. Now we're going to set our reward target to 5% here. We're going to leave the capital guard because, when it comes to providing liquidity, you're actually purchasing the volatile token and then the stable token. Now, the volatile token can go up and down. So you don't want to set this, you don't want to set capital guard. You're going to leave it, because whether it's going down or it's going up, you are making fees. And that is the main thing you are going to earn. Fees. Degxifi is not paying you for anything. All right. Okay, the deposit strategy here, we're going to leave it at two-sided. You can see how easy this is to provide liquidity using the autonomy bots. Now, the pool quality here, the minimum TVL, we're going to set the minimum TVL to 50, and then the minimum 24-hour volume also to 50. I don't know if anybody is seeing this. You need to also look at this because a lot of you skip this, maybe because this is actually closed. You don't know that you have to click on here and then you set this. All right, now we are done. So the only thing remaining for us now is to turn the autonomy bot on, and then automatically it starts providing liquidity for us in automation. All right, I'm going to turn this on now. And before the end of today, you're going to see that I've made a lot of profits. You're going to see that I've made, it's very easy. Like I said, I told you earlier that providing liquidity using Degxifi is very easy. Very, very easy. Degxifi has made it very easy because of the autonomy bots. All right. Now we're going to leave it to scan. It will scan soon because it's actually looking at the market. Okay. Now, I'm going to be talking about the copy LOP in here. So like I said before, because you're actually in DPro 1 and DPro 2, you're going to have access only to the recommended wallets. You're not going to have access to other wallets that are making profit because there are a bunch of wallets out there that are making profit. And this is only for those who have purchased the DPro 3 and above. I don't know if anybody's understanding. All right. Now, let me just walk you through a little on how to get started setting up Degxifi in a whole. Now, if you come to Degxifi, the first thing you're going to see, because obviously Degxifi uses what we call DPro, that is the DGAS, because the bot needs the DGAS to open a position for us. All right. Now, we'll go to the what you want to do is click on more, and then you go to the store here. You're going to see that we have the tester bot of 20. We have the DPro 1. We have the DPro 2. We have the 3, 4, 5, and 6. So all of these come with their different advantages. I don't know if you understand. Now let's go through this a little. Let's go through this little by little. You can see the $20 bot comes with 1,000 DPro, manual LOP, and just copy LOP, just the only recommended copy LOP. Same for the DPro 1, that is going to come with 5,000 DPro, the basic bot access, and the manual LOP positions. The DPro 2 is going to come with 12,000 DPro, 5 max pools, and then 1,250 max input. So this max input is simply the input that is going to be, it's just the cap at which you can open a position in batch. All right. So a lot of things is going to be taught in the mentorship, in the inner master class. I know Boz has been talking about the inner master class. Has been speaking about the inner master class, but most of you have not paid so much attention to it. Now, I'm going to show you that a lot of positions that has been opened manually, most of them go into huge loss. And this is because of a certain requirement. And everything is going to be explicitly taught. You know, we've even partnered with a lot of white dudes, partnered with a lot of people working with Jupiter. And in that inner master class is when we are going to unveil all of them. Every single one of them, they are going to be teaching us exactly how to provide liquidity, exactly how you can use Degxifi to provide liquidity, and even when they put, like I said, even when the position is tanking, even when the position is going so down, there is what you can do that will spark up the life in that position, and it will go back into profit, and you can be able to make over $500, over $400 in a day. You can see this is the same trick I used. So all of this is going to be taught in the inner masterclass. You know, like the market is actually bearish. So we made a lot of adjustments. Even on Jupiter, we got an affiliation with some Jupyter Intels, and then we are going to be unleashing all of this in the inner masterclass. So if you are not in the inner masterclass, if you are not registered to be in the inner masterclass, you are doing yourself harm. You are doing yourself harm than good. Harm than good, because all these things are going to be revealed to you. Now, even in the copy LOPing, we are going to review a lot of things with copy LOPing and then copy DGing. All of these are going to be in the inner masterclass. Now, the inner masterclass is for those that have, okay, now, the D Pro 1 and D Pro 2 are going to have that separate kind of class. The Pro 3 and the Pro 4, separate kind of class. The Pro 5 and the Pro 6, separate master class. When I say master class, I really mean what I am saying, because I've learned a lot from this master class, and the people that are coming to speak to us are huge guys. These are huge guys, I must tell you. When it comes to Web3, when it comes to blockchain, liquidity provision, both cryptocurrency, DGen, even those, we even went far to make sure that most of the wallets that open positions in DGen, we actually reached out to most of them, and then we understood that these guys could actually be in the inner masterclass. We had a deal with them, and they said, okay, fine, there's no problem. We can come and then we can teach you exactly how to use the DGen, how to be a complete DGen trader. If that is where your own specification is, then what are you waiting for? The inner masterclass is open. It's open. You can go into the inner masterclass now and you'll be able to learn and learn a lot. You know, there was this position that I opened, and then the position went into loss for me. All right, you can see, went into loss, and you can see these are manual positions. These are manual positions, and the reason I made, because once I looked at this, once I made this this loss, I was like, why would I make this loss? Why would I make so? So I checked and saw that there was this thing I did not do well. These positions, the both of them have exactly what you have to do for them to work well. You can see I made losses in these ones. That is because there was something I was supposed to do that I forgot to do. And all of these things are going to be exposed in the master class. You're going to learn all of these things in that master class. It's very important. So you know that in Degxifi, there is no way, I'm telling you, there is no way you make losses. There is no way you make losses. As far as you are using the autonomy bot, there is no way you make losses. Now, when it comes to the manual, this is what we'll be teaching you in the masterclass. Now, I'm going to be showing you something about the Discover page here. Now, most of us have seen the Discover page, and you can see these are already labeled, so you know exactly what to expect. All right. There is something you have to do. There is a particular what do I call it? A particular detail in all of this you have to check before you open a position manually. That is for those that actually have the tester bots, and maybe you have the D Pro 1 and D Pro 2. If you don't have access to the autonomy bot, there is still what you can do to make sustainable wealth using Degxifi. And this is what we'll be talking about in the masterclass. I don't know if somebody's understand. If you are so excited about this masterclass, could you please spin the love emoji? Keep spinning the love emoji. Keep spinning, keep spinning, keep spinning. All right. Thank you so much. Now, let me go to the top LOPers here. All right. Now, there is another detail that is going to be taught in the masterclass about these LOPers, because if you copy their wallets, and obviously we need to go to SoulScan to check some stuff. If you copy their wallets and go to check on SoulScan, there is exactly what you need to see before you copy a liquidity provider. We did all these researches and realized that You don't just go and copy a liquidity provider. No, it's not done anywhere. I repeat, it's not done anywhere. You just go and start following a liquidity provider just like that. Why are you following this guy? What exactly have you seen? What is the track record of this guy? There is something you have to see in each of these wallets to be able to open a position or to be able to follow these wallets. There are a bunch of wallets here. The reason I'm able to see this is because I'm actually in DPro 6. I'm actually DVIP 6. So I can be able to see all of this. So if you want to be able to see the Discover page, the top LPS, you have to upgrade, all right? So, like I was saying, there are a lot of stuff to see before you copy. Even the DGen, when I click on the top DGen here, you can see we have the PNL, return rates, we have the win rate, trade. There are some stuffs you have to see before you follow these guys. Now the market is bleeding. You don't just follow them blindly. You don't follow people blindly. You can see Autonomy is still opening new positions. You don't follow these people blindly. You follow them because there is something you have seen. And all these things will be exposed. It will be exposed in the master class. A lot of people will teach us. A lot of people will teach us. You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. Even a lot of people that are more intelligent than I am, a lot of people that are more knowledgeable than I am. I've not even gone anywhere. A lot of people are more knowledgeable that will teach you in this master class. So you don't have any reason to miss it whatsoever. Please. All right. So like I was saying, it doesn't just stop at checking the returns, the percent, the win rates, the trades, the average holds, the followers, the last trade. It doesn't just stop there. If you've actually used SoScan before, or maybe if you've used Akram, you understand that there are little details that are not made public. Only on SoScan, there are some details you can see on SoScan and you not see them on Akram. There are some details you can see on Akram and then you not see them on SoScan. These are two different things. And there are some details you see on SoScan, you can see, like, interwovenly, I don't know how to put it, but there are some things you need to check before you copy these guys or before you open a position. Please stop writing on the screen. Please stop writing. There are some things you need to check before you open a position. All right? So that is just that for the autonomy. I've taught you guys how to open a position using the autonomy bot. And let me explain something to you. What you have to do once providing liquidity, what you have to bear in mind that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You don't have to provide liquidity and then you want to close it in 10 minutes or in 20 minutes. You are providing for people and you want to make money, you want to make fees. You are providing for people. You don't have to just provide and then you pull out your money immediately. Though, obviously, if it was me, I'll get stranded. I'll be like, why? Why? So once you provide liquidity, you have to wait. Provide liquidity, you have to be patient because you are making fees. You are not trading with these guys. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, all right? So I've always been telling people that you don't also have to be greedy when it comes to liquidity provision. If you enter 5% profit, it's okay. 5% every day is okay. So depending on how much that is being used to open a position, you could open now Degxifi has made it very easy. You can open a position with as low as $10. You open a position, it's very easy. And we've already made it very easy. Boss talked the other time about the tester bots. We've made it very easy for every single one, even those that don't have funds to purchase the DPro one. We've made it very easy for you to purchase the tester bots. You could also make more. If you purchase the tester bots, you can open a position with $10. As low as that. We've been listening to every single one of you. All right? We've been listening. So you can provide with as little as $10 and with as much as you can afford to provide. Just be sure that using the autonomy bot, you are not making any losses. All right? So all these things will be reviewed. All these things will be reviewed. I'm going to be stopping here because all these things will be reviewed when you join the inner master. I'm just sounding this because I will be in the inner masterclass and I need to learn a lot. I need to learn a lot. I need to make extra. This thing I'm making is so small for me. It's so small for me. Oh, this thing I'm making is so small. I need to make more. I need to make more. So that's the reason I would be. I've already registered and I've paid to be in the inner. What you have to do is purchase your D Pro 3 and above. So all this comes with a specific master classes. So it depends on the D Pro you purchase and the VIP you purchase, you are entitled to a specific class that is designated for you. So if I was you, I will go for the highest one because I need to gain value. The reason you are here is to gain value. That is the sole reason you are here. And we are teaching you these things for free. You can see I just taught you how to open a position manually. Nobody is teaching you things for free in 2026. This 2026, I don't know if anybody's understanding. But you have the opportunity to learn more, to grasp more. Knowledge is power. There is no knowledge that is not power. With the knowledge you're going to accumulate during the masterclass, it's going to be exciting. It's going to come with a lot of good intention, a lot of good news. A lot of people are going to testify. I don't know if somebody's understanding. You will testify. I must tell you. I must tell you. So that is just that for the autonomy, but I don't know if I should continue.
All right, Mr. Caleb,
okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All right.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much for that amazing training. So you can just stop sharing your screen right now. All right. Good evening, everybody. Wherever you are joining from, you're welcome. If you're excited on this Zoom meeting, you're highly welcome. I came with you an amazing good news. All right, an amazing good news. If today is your first time, consider yourself lucky to be in this particular Zoom training. All right, because what I'm going to be exposing to you right now is going to be mind-blowing. All right, Mr. Caleb has touched some few things. All right, I'm going to be sharing my screen now. I want to help us understand a few things, before I give us the good news that I have for us this evening. And that is what made me to come up on this particular Zoom tonight. All right. So I'm going to be helping you understand something, because they say understanding makes things easy. When you understand something, it helps you to progress, right? It helps you to progress. Of course, with Degxifi, we have been doing amazing things in this particular space, changing the way crypto Web3 is being done in 21st century. And I can tell you there's a lot on ground right now. And I know you must be excited at the recent update that is going to be happening, and which I'm going to be sharing with us. Of course, I'm going to be sharing my screen right away. First of all, just a little bit. Let me share my screen. All right. So right now, okay, my screen is shared. So here right now, I'll just go to my Degxifi app. All right. So if you're on this particular Zoom tonight, I want you to understand one thing. What we are here for is to understand a business that is made easy to eat best. Right? Now, in Degxifi is simply an automated robot. I'm just going to be touching that briefly to help some of us who this may be your first time to understand exactly how this particular robot works and how you can have an advantage in this particular place. All right. So Degxifi offers you 4 ways you can make money in crypto space using this particular amazing bot. Right. And of course, number 1 is through what we call semi-manual bot, right? semi-manual bot or semi-automated, right? Now, what is semi-automated? Semi-automated is actually an automated, but we call it manual. But on the process of setting it up, you'll find out that it is still automated, all right? But the only difference there is that you perform the activities one after the other, all right? So there is what we call manual bot, and this manual bot allows you to just come here, select a particular pair that you want to use to make progress in this particular space, all right? Let's say you want to LP on Ansem, for example, Ansem versus Sol. You just come here, click on Ansem versus Sol, and you just come here, click on open position, and click on the strategy. Let's say I want to use Fortress, right? I'll click on Fortress. I will just put an amount, like say I want to put like $10, for example. I want to use $10 on this and take profit about 5%. I'll just say review position. Now, review position, you will see create position. Once you tap this create position, very fast, it will just provide liquidity for you and you will start making money. That's how beautiful and easy Degxifi is. Now, what we are doing here is simply making Web3 easier to a layman, meaning that you may not have any experience at all in crypto space, but you can use this to make money. That's just the goal here. Are you with me now? So you can use automated, which is the manual, to make progress. And of course, you can see. So instead of doing liquidity the normal way, which is, going to, Metura, changing your USDT to some of these stable coins or to some of these volatile coins to provide liquidity, you just come here, choose an amount you want to use to enter the market, click on create position, and it's under 5 seconds, it provides liquidity for you. That's just how simple it is, right? Then the second way you can also use Degxifi to make money in crypto space, the autonomy bot, right? The autonomy bot is actually a wonderful set of, a wonderful type of bot that allows you to enjoy these bots to its fullest. You see, what has been done in 21st century is to provide you with some technologies that have the capacity to make things more easier for us, right? A lot of us here on this particular Zoom training, you may have one or two things that is going on in your life. You may be busy in one thing or the other, but I can tell you, you can still use this particular bot alongside to make progress without being distracted. And how does it happen? You can use autonomous bot, all right? Now, the autonomous is simple. You just select your strategy and you come to this place. For example, what you need to do is simple. Just come here, put an amount per position. You want to use, let's say, I'm just giving an example of, let's say you want to use like $10 or $100 or $1,000. Let's say you have a big capital or you have a small capital. You can just decide to put up to 10 mass position. And maybe that you said you want this bot to take this amount and provide up to 10 different pairs at once. And once you do that, it will automatically, what you need to do is just put your take profit, which is what we call reward target. Put it, this one is at 5%, all right? And I will just come here and I will click on this autonomy bot. If I just click on it like this, it will start to scan the market, right? You can see scan now. It will start to scan the market. So I may be sleeping or I can be sleeping, and this bot will scan the entire liquidity provision market and provide liquidity for me. And once they reach my reward target, it closes it even when I'm sleeping and convert all the money back to my stable coin. Convert them automatically back to my stable coin. I can tell you this is an amazing process. So liquidity provision in 21st century has been made easy. Even a novice who have not done crypto before can still use this particular robot and make a lot of money. All you need to do is just to understand how to put in the process and you are good to go. Then the second one, the third one, third way you can make money with Degxifi is what we call the Degen, right? The Degen automated, the automated digging. Here in Degxifi, digging was automated or is automated, meaning that you have an opportunity to copy wallets of individuals all over the world that are trading digging. Now, diggings are these coins that we call them pump and dump or this and that, like volatile coins. Sometimes there are people who are consistently in the market looking for opportunities or some of the coins they can invest money in. And once this coin pump, they make their profit and exit the market. So these particular people who does that, the Degxifi have a way of tracking their wallet that can give you insight that you can copy what they do and mirror their wallet. So when you set your preset, whenever they copy, it will automatically copy for you as well. All right? It will automatically copy for you as well. And you make money. That's how simple it is. So if you notice these particular strategies that you can use to approach this market, all of them is automated. And the automation is for a reason. Why? You can spend less time and make more money. And Degxifi makes it possible. Then, of course, the fourth way, which is absolutely one of the best, is called the Copy LP. Now, Copy LP is such an amazing feature. Look, there are people who specialize in providing liquidity manually. In liquidity provision space, there are so much money generated or being generated every blessed day, meaning that people are always in this market, right, providing liquidity. So what Degxifi did was that instead of you to be limited with what you can do by, let's say, selecting a pair by yourself, Degxifi also mirror some of those wallets of those people who provide liquidity manually, and they have a good success or a good track record. So giving you every opportunity to be able to tap into wealth that exists in this particular crypto space. That's just exactly what Degxifi has done. So giving you access to Copy LP, and of course, it's just a few presets. All you need to do is to decide. You can see this wallet that I'm following right now, and all I needed is I just toggle this button on, and once it is scanning, it is confirming, and it can provide liquidity for me. All right. So today alone, I have done over $1,000 in profit. All right, both using the manual, both using the autonomous, and some other features as well. So you can use any feature in this particular robot or any of the way, both the manual, both the autonomous, both the digging, both the Copy LP. You can use any of this to make a lot of money. Now, some of us who might be on this particular Zoom call tonight might be wondering, how do I have access to this particular bot? And how do I use this particular bot? It's very simple. It's very, very simple. But all you need to do is to make sure that you are added to our private mentorship. Now, what is a private mentorship? This is a place, viewers are separated from people who want to make money, right? So anybody can join this particular Zoom. It's free. It's on the air. It's on live on YouTube. You can just, be scrolling and you come across it and you peep and you listen. But at the end of the day, you are just a viewer. But for instance, you want to use this particular business model to start building something for yourself. What do? All you need to do is to simply make sure that you find yourself in the inner group. And how do you find yourself in the inner group? You don't pay a dime for it. You don't have to pay money to join the inner group mentorship or the private mentorship. You don't pay a dime. All you needed is simply activate your bot. Now, how do you activate your bot? Listen, every artificial intelligence every robot that exists, right, have what we call gas fees. Why gas fees? Because no artificial intelligence functions alone. There are a series of APIs that are connected to where they are drawing their source or maybe whatever that is making it to work. And that is exactly what you are paying for. So all you need to do is to buy a fuel. And if I click on this particular store right now, you will see what we call the U gas, right? The D Pro gas. Now, D Pro is simply a fuel that you need in order to activate your robots and also start to LP or provide any of these or use any of these particular features that I just mentioned and start to provide your liquidity or start to do digit or start to do copy and you start making money ASAP. No, in this group, you don't pay a dime to join them. All you need is what? Get your D protocol, get your D gas, right? Get your D gas and the bot is free of charge and you can use the bot to make progress for yourself, right? Now here you can see this is a tester bot. The one of $20 is a tester bot, right? If I'm to recommend you to buy a D protocol, right? At least you don't have money. Let's assume you don't have money. You are that broke, right? I would encourage you to start with the 105. Why? It allows you to enjoy series of features and also be added to our private mentorship. There's what we call inner group, and there's a group we call the $50,000 group. Now, I'm telling you the honest truth, videos already are made on how to provide liquidity on this manual bot, and I can tell you, a video also is made on how to provide liquidity using the autonomous, and also there is also a recorded video on how to do the copy LP. So meaning that with a few minutes video, you can just take a look at the video and you understand how to provide this liquidity, and you can do any of this even when you are sleeping. That's just how simple it is. So all you need to do is to make sure you find yourself in this group, right? And I want to announce to you the good news here. You see, what brought me up on this particular Zoom meeting tonight, Caleb has already done most of these things. I'm just trying to summarize them. But one thing, and one of the most exciting news tonight, is that our mentorship group, this private mentorship that is going to be happening, is going to be starting on Wednesday. But you know what is most exciting about it? It is that we are going to be having the presence of some white people that are going to be jumping on this particular training to give us one of its kind. See, what Degxifi has put in place, or the level at which Degxifi community, Degxifi leadership is going, is a point whereby in the nearest future, before the next bull market, you will be grateful that you came in contact with this particular business. See, when we talk about knowledge, right, most people feel like we do talk about these things too much. It's not like that. I want you to understand that every day new people join us. Every day new people desire to use this particular ball to make progress. But I can tell you, I'm a product of knowledge. And I can tell you, it was the inner group I joined and later progressed to the 10K group that challenged me. When I saw what our coach, Boss Gideon, made, he crossed over $10,000 using this particular, the former bot we were using and every other thing. I said, what? I was challenged. And immediately I got access to that particular group. I took advantage of the strategy that he taught on that particular Zoom, on that particular group. And I started to make progress. And so many of us here witnessed it. I broke a record. Within 3 weeks, I've already crossed $17,000. And I can tell you, in Degxifi, something bigger and better is cooking right now. All you need is to find yourself in this particular group. And how do you find yourself? When you get the gas of 105 or the gas of 575, you will gain access to our regular group mentorship where you assess strategies that have the capacity to help you make money as a result of the type of D protocol you have. Why? Because there are levels of this particular robots that you cannot have access to if you don't have a gas, let's say from tier 3 up, right? But what I wanted to assure you is this. Whatever that is your capacity, whatever that you can afford to get started, Degxifi is made easy that anybody, any part of the world can use it to make progress financially for himself. And that's why once you subscribe the bot, just keep any amount that you like in your own personal wallet and you can provide liquidity with ease and you enjoy yourself. That's just how it is. You are not giving anybody this money. You don't give us your capital. You don't put capital in Degxifi. No, your capital stays with you. All you need is to have access to some strategies that have the capacity to change things for you. Now, when you get the guys of tier 3 to tier 4 to tier 5 to tier 6, you have access to what we call the $50,000 mentorship group. I'm telling you the honest truth. And what is the aim of this particular group? The aim is very simple. That there are strategies that are being taught that when maximized, you have the capacity to generate up to $50,000 in your next within the first 6 months or the first 3 months, depending on your capital anyway. But the strategy will be there on how to do that. And I'm telling you, the most exciting thing about this is the mentorship that is going to be happening. And I can tell you, if you don't have your D Pro, I don't even know what you are doing. But let's say, once you have your D protocol, make sure you reach out to admins. They will add you up to these particular groups where you belong. And you start taking advantage of these particular settings, start taking advantage of these particular strategies, and you are good to go. All right? So at this point, I want you to understand one thing. When we talk about this business, I don't know if you know what D protocol, what DVIP is. But DVIP is simply another arm of this business that have the capacity to give you enough earnings as well. A lot of people have used this already to generate a lot of money for themselves. And I'm telling you, we are going to be organizing a meeting, a training for those that have DVIPs, right? This training is to expose them to the possibility that this particular bot has. That with deep protocol, you can drive a car in the next 1 month. You can drive a car in the next 2 months. I'm telling you the honest truth. And I can show you deep protocol has a very powerful advantage. What about DVIP 5 and DVIP 6? I call this the investor's portfolio. Why? This is where VIPs are defined to the fullest. You know why? Because they are separated from the rest of the people. How? You have an opportunity as a shareholder in Degxifi if you have DVIP 5 or DVIP 6. You see, one thing with businesses we do is very simple. When you see a business that have so much backup, so much background, there's a lot of things coming alongside, and we are going to be seeing these things unfolding very, very soon. I told some people, I said, the best thing you have ever done this year is investing in this particular area, meaning that you're able to buy DVIP, DVIP 5 or DVIP 6. Do you know what happened? You're already a shareholder, meaning that there is a percentage of money or revenue that you can share every 30 days as a member of Degxifi if you have this particular D protocols, DVIP. Think about it. Listen, a lot is coming on the way. We are talking about launching Degxifi Pay. It's going to be a mind-blowing product that's going to be solving 90% or 99% of the challenge people have. I know a lot of people that reach out to me every day. Please help me buy P2P, help me buy USDT and every other thing. Because why? They are scared at what is happening out there. But with Degxifi Pay, it solves that problem. Now look at this. A business that has such plans, a business that has such products, what do you think will happen along the way? Time will come when you will see only global pool. You will see $1 million in global pool that will be shared by DVIP 5 and DVIP 6. And I'm telling you the honest truth, that is how people are made. A lot of people bought shares when it was nothing in some of these banks. A lot of people bought shares. Look at Elon Musk mechanic. Just became a millionaire in dollars when he took his business public during the IPO he did last. That made him the first trillionaire ever known to man. I can tell you that there were people who were around him in the beginning of that particular journey, but they didn't understand what he was doing. Probably he must have even tried to sell the vision, but so many of them don't understand it. I can tell you, if this DVIP 5 and 6 is the only thing you can afford, I'm telling you, you are buying into a future that can never disappoint. That's just my own. When we do businesses like this, we take a look at things. People that know business invest in it or enter the business as early as possible when it has not saturated or when it is not costly enough. We are very soon, you are not going to be able to buy DVIP 6 because it's going to be in such limited that those who have it will enjoy great benefits. I'm telling you, you may not have $15,000, but let me tell you something. There are people who never knew that they can afford it, but knowing the value attached to it, they did something about it. And I'm telling you, you're not helping me or helping anybody. But I can tell you, you are buying into a future that you cannot regret. Are you with me now? All right? So the most important thing is to make sure that you are in this particular mentorship on Wednesday. It's going to be a mind-blowing something. Like I told you, we're going to be having the presence of some white people coming to lecture us in one or two things so you understand what crypto is, so that you understand what crypto market is all about. And I can tell you, if Degxifi can be, go and check the market and see what is going on and know that we have a business that we can be proud of. All I need you to do is to make sure you keep studying, is to make sure you keep learning. For me, I appreciate all of us, or so many of us, who always come to this Zoom back to back every day. I appreciate your efforts, because making that particular time, or maybe going out of your way to get the data to be on Zoom every day, it shows that you want to learn. But I want you to know, when you are learning, don't learn under fear. Learn with courage, learn with sound mind. Seek out for ways that works. And I can tell you, when you look back, you'll be grateful at the kind of knowledge you have amassed. And when the opportunities strike, you're going to hit it. And to crown it all, and this will be my last statement, the DEX token. The DEX token is a blast. And if you have been sleeping on it, I don't know what to say. But I can tell you that coin is going places. We have series of plans on ground and a lot of things in place. And I can tell you that coin, you will look back and you'll be grateful you participated in it. I'm telling you the honest truth, right? Why? Because we know the time and season we are into. And I can tell you, nobody dares such a thing in a bear market. But we dare. We did it. And we prevailed. And I can tell you a lot is happening around it. And a lot is coming your way. All you need to do is to position yourself. Once you have gotten your D protocol, be it D Pro 1, be it D Pro 2, be it D Pro 3, be it D Pro 4, 5, 6, all you need to do is to reach out to admins and they'll add you to this group where you start to implement what is being taught. And I'm telling you, you are going to make progress. And that's just it. We are making progress here. And I can tell you, it is possible for each and every one of us. I'm a product of crypto. Crypto made me who I am today. When people see the kind of success I have achieved, sometimes we don't say some things online. Sometimes we are tired of showing results. I'm telling you the honest truth. But the thing is this, sometimes when we show it, it's not to show off. It's just to motivate you to understand that there's something happening here. And I can tell you, this is happening on the most minimal. And I'm telling you, you can do these things on easy way by using automated like this to provide your liquidity. And I'm telling you, money today is automated. You can make a lot of it and enjoy your life. Thank you very much for giving me audience tonight. I love each and every one of you. I'm going to be working with my coach, Boss Gideon, to actually round up this particular training for us. Thank you very, very much for coming around today again. All right. If you got value, just spin the love emoji. Just spin the love emoji. All right. If you got value, just spin the love emoji. Boss, are you there? Boss, are you there? All right. Somebody said, is there a provision for growth in Degxifi? Can someone move from D Pro 3 to D Pro 6? Absolutely, yes. right? But one thing is this, look at, we always explain these things to be easier for everybody. For example, when you want to buy your D Proto, if you have the capacity to buy DVIP6 or DVIP5 or D Protocol 6 or D Protocol 5, you can do that once, right? And just, but if you have bought D Protocol, well, you cannot, like, there is no like kind of, okay, I have bought this one before, because every package comes with its worth. So you have gotten the worth at which you paid for, but this time around you want to scale up, you're going to also buy that particular package afresh. That's just how it works, right? Because there are different levels, there are different systems of opportunities unlocked, and there are different advantages attached to each and every one of them. And whichever one you are buying, you are having access to it as SAP. All right. So that's exactly how it is. Okay. So if you have bought D Protocol 3, you can migrate to D Protocol 4, 5, 6, or DVIP, right? And when you understand the value of what I'm teaching you, see, for some of us that have DVIPs, we are going to be organizing a training. I'm telling you the honest truth. We're going to be putting up information about this very soon. We're going to be putting up information about this, all right? So that you can be able to take advantage of this. We're going to be teaching you how you can make a lot of money using that particular DVIP. All right, thank you very much. Coach, you can round up this meeting. Thank you very much.
All right, what a powerful session tonight, hosted by Caleb and Empire. So just a few things to say before we wrap up. I know some persons have started leaving, but if you are still in this session, I want to say thank you so much for waiting to the end. Now, what we are doing, we are hosting a masterclass, as we have said earlier, and this masterclass is for everyone, all the people who are using Degxifi. If you are a user, you are part of our students or part of those who are currently using Degxifi, you are going to be in this masterclass. It is hosted in 3 different categories. We merge the VIP 1 and 2 together, 3 and 4 together, and 5 and 6 together. So we are expecting the presence of some Jupyter guys and Metura guys. So some representatives from Jupyter and Metura are going to be joining us live. So by the special grace of God, we it's going to be something else. We trust their presence to come, and we have trained a couple of persons who are going to be training us. Let me say this to us. See, the crypto market, we're in a bear market, a damn fucking bear market. We all know. So tell me one system, or you guys, most of you guys are on the internet. Most of you guys have been following some crypto guys up for a while now. Tell me one crypto guy that is still talking about crypto now. This is what happens in every bear market. Every bear market, everybody becomes dumb. Every crypto trading bot becomes what? Code. The only way to sustain this bear market and still remain profitable in the cryptocurrency world is using liquidity provision, is making money via liquidity provision. Whether you are doing it manually or you are automating the process. But Degxifi have automated the process for you. So that business model, I can assure you that even in this bear market, we help you remain profitable. It's liquidity provision. And it's obvious. Who is talking about trading? Who is talking about? Nobody. And one thing is this, you guys, most of you guys that started with us long ago, have seen the progress that Degxifi has made. It has been massive, amazing progress. Progressing from, when we are in the beta testing phase to perfecting the bot, bringing in a couple of features that will help a lot of persons make money. And we hear we get feedback from users. When the users talks about, some of our users talk about that they don't have access to copy LP for D Pro 1 and 2. We enabled copy LP for D Pro 1 and 2. And we are going to be, currently right now, D Pro 1 and 2 can copy limited LPs. These are people that are literally providing liquidity all over the world. But by next week, that is when we are mid during the week, we are going to be adding some other LPRs to the Pro 2. And the Pro 1, we have it. The Pro 2, we have at least 10 LPRs they are copying. And the Pro 2, we have the Pro 2 rather, we have at least 10. And the Pro 1, we have at least 5 LPRs they are copying. So this will make sure that everybody who comes in Degxifi makes money. And let me say this. Somebody says, I go and rest, you really tired. Yeah, I look tired indeed because I got offended by a couple of things today's match. So we lost the match today. And it's actually a sad moment for me. And that is what weakened my energy. But that is by the way anyway. So now, what I'm trying to say in essence is this. Those who have the Pro 1 and 2, we have a team for you in this section. The only thing you're going to do for me, what you're going to do for me, if we are to charge for this mentorship, for this masterclass, I tell you the truth, the charge will be over £20,000. That is how much I paid for a masterclass I'm currently undergoing right now. Yeah, because we believe in improvements. Undergoing a masterclass in a billionaires club, hosted by everybody, literally everybody in that masterclass. You're either a millionaire in dollar or you're a billionaire. And the knowledge you're going to be dishing out in this masterclass is literally the same knowledge I'm gaining in the masterclass I'm currently undergoing. And I will tell you the truth, if you have been part of any masterclass we've hosted before, you've seen how it has gone. There is no way you can attend this masterclass and it will affect you are going to have impact in your business, in your personal business, impact using Degxifi. We're going to break liquidity provision to the simplest form. You must make money with liquidity provision. You see, this is the best business ever. And that is why it's the only business right now that is currently trending, seeing the light of the day. Before now, who is talking about liquidity provision because people don't know how to go about it. Degxifi have brought the light and the spike into liquidity provision. Now, an AI system can now automate liquidity provision, a rigorous process to go manually and help people make money without doing anything. Just have a stable coin, put it in your wallet, put Degxifi to work, and you start making money. The problem I have is this. Are you willing to learn? Are you going to be attending the masterclass? I want to see if you can. If you are sure you will be in that masterclass, I want to see you pin the love emoji, just the love emoji. You are sure you're going to be in that masterclass? Give me a love emoji. Great. I see a lot of love emojis. I see a whole lot. Okay, now, great. See, you know what? I was tempted to charge for this masterclass. You know why? Because people don't literally value what they don't pay for. But no, we are going to do this free for our users. We are going to do it free for everybody who is using Degxifi. It's going to be mind-blowing, and I don't want you to miss it. Now, lastly, for those who are trying to figure out how to enable their bots, the basic things on setting up the bots in the right way, because what we do in our general meeting like this is that you don't get to see everything because of time. We have limited time. We need to also talk to newbies and new users who will use the robots and get to talk about liquidity provision and let them know what we do. So we are having multiple recorded trainings on how to do manual. Most of these things are going to be, because our masterclass is a couple of live and recorded. We will start receiving those recorded trainings on Wednesday. You will be able to learn how to set up semi-automated looping. But that one is called manual. It's semi-automated with Degxifi. Professionally, the best way to set it up to make sure you are consistent in profit. You're going to learn how to set up autonomous looping. The best way to do it to stay profitable in profit. You're going to learn how to, because in liquidity provision, you are dealing with two coins and you make money whether market is going down or up. Now, when market is going down, that is, the coin is tanking, the value of your money is going to be tanking alongside with it. Now, there are certain presets you do to make sure that you still stay profitable even in a tanking coin. And these are some of the secrets we're going to be releasing in this masterclass. So I don't want to look for you. And if I think Empire have already told you the access to it, the only access is that you are our user, you are using Degxifi. I say that it's only from D Pro 1 to D Pro 6 or DVIP 1 to DVIP 6. The starter bot is not inclusive, because it's a testing bot. You have not become a user. So once you have a D Pro 1, the Pro 2 or 6, you're going to have your own category and you're going to have your own teacher. So have different teachers for each watch. D Pro, you have a teacher for D Pro 1 and 2, teach the people, mentors who are going to be teaching you D Pro 2, 3 and 4, mentors for D Pro 5 and 6. So if you have D Pro 5 and 6, you are going to be having access to, these guys from Jupe. There are some top things you're going to be getting access to, and it's going to be mind-blowing. So I don't want to look for you guys. See you guys by the special grace of God tomorrow. We're going to be having a special meeting tomorrow, and I'll be live with you tomorrow to talk about something amazing. Have a wonderful night. And don't forget, it's happening on Wednesday. But we're going to